Hello and welcome. This is Sahara playing Queen's Wish 2, the Tormentor, and we are still making our way through this map. We're slowly making our way down to Laskara. We have 3 quests that we're going to be able to update as soon as we get there. As soon as we talk to the right people. But I just had some areas here that I'm still going through. From here you get a good view of the Rocha city of Laskara. Laskara? Yeah. Considering the road's reputation as a wild, lawless place, Laskara looks sort of dull. It looks like any of 100 port cities in the empire. Ships sail in and out, carrying food, building materials, and precious goods. One odd detail does stand out. Laskara used to have tall stone walls. The aging remains of those walls are still there, overgrown with brush. Nobody is making any effort to repair them. And that's why they keep getting invaded all the time. So what's down here then? Okay, I thought this was the town. But obviously not. This must be the old town? Yenori Large, Havanite military encampment. A large portion of the 7th Army is camped here. There are long rows of tents, dotted wood cooking fires, and protected by a huge wooden fortification. This camp has been here for a long time. The feet of generations of soldiers have carved ruts in the roads. When you are recognized, you are welcomed in with great ceremony. Soldiers line up to gawk at you and salute as you explore. There is great tension in the air, but also enthusiasm. They are furious about the recent raids and the attacks on Sutter and you, and they are waiting for the order to march out and bust heads. Find out who's in charge. The commander of the 7th Army in the row is General Angath. Angath? The general is currently staying in Laskara, not far to the north. Well, let's look around then. There are thousands of fine Havanite soldiers here. Since the great uprising of the Rocha a century ago, Haven has always kept a powerful force here. Really, then why were they so neglected? It has sent an efficient message to the row, keeping them under control until now. You have earned a reputation in Haven as a wild spirit, and the soldiers are eager to spend time with you. You are able to eat, drink, and trade stories of battle for as long as you want. You bid goodbye to the soldiers and move on. You are free to explore the area as much as you wish. There is a powerful force here, ready to fight for Haven. You suspect they are more than competent to handle the Rocha they have before. The question is, will a war be necessary? Okay, so is there anything here like that I can get into? No, guess not. That's all it was just for, is that. Okay. So this is where we really need to go. There we go. That familiar little doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, so we have a guard. The guards of Laskara are friendly and respectful, but they don't know much of interest. They are trained and outfitted by Haven, and they look like competent warriors, do they now? You enter the port city of Laskara, the Rocha's portal to the outside world. You've toured a lot of affluent cities like this with Sutter over the last year, but this one immediately stands out as strange. The Rocha is thought of as a land of brutal, barbaric warriors. Laskara is a city of people who dress up as brutal warriors. The people here are wealthy, and their leather jerkins and jagged blades are all carefully made and very stylish in their way. The city has or had defensive walls. They have been left to crumble into ruin. Laskara is wealthy enough to repair them, but for some reason they don't. They are a depressing eyesore in what could be a lovely city. As you pass, the guards and townfolk look at you with awe and respect. After a bunch of roll tried to murder you in your quarters, it is a jarring change. Is it? Okay, so that's food, or that looks like that's probably an apothecary. We don't want war! Well, then you ought to defend yourself better. Let's go in here. The sign outside said this. The sign outside said that this building was for the Erudico. Looking around at the building, at the archaic machinery and materials in this room, you know now what that means. Mages. They are everywhere, practicing their strange arts and engaging in mad experiments. As expected, the Erudico are like mages everywhere, except they approach their art in the way of the Rocha. Very limitless, with limitless enthusiasm, no self-reflection, and non-existent safety procedures. I keep wanting to put words in place that aren't there. Does this smell weird? Yeah, it probably does. Okay, so we got a floor going up. Want to taste this? No, I don't. We seek what? We seek... Don't touch our fluids. Okay. Before I talk to you, let's go upstairs. Aha, we got bookshelves. Remember, we were supposed to find some stuff. Oh, paper. It doesn't say it's stealing, so I'm taking it. But is there anything else here? No. Oh, there's a podium. I almost missed that. Reading a book. Oh, the Erudico. The Erudico are the highest defenders of the rule principle of knowing. If every roe's mind is a mountain, the Erudico live at its base and never depart. They seek only to improve the science and knowledge of the Rocha. The roe have a long history of study and scientific achievement. The intensity of their learning ebbs and flows. When the Rocha is occupied by a foreign land, there is less learning. When they are free, study and research begins anew. After 2 centuries of being a vassal state of Haven, the Erudica are but a faded sect. Most of the new knowledge of the roe are through the ports of the gentle coast. Most of them are holed up in the tower of the Erudico, in the heart of the Rocha, where they tinker and dream of past glories. The Erudico breathe themselves as much as possible from the burdens of life and belief. They create and invent, then they leave it to the other roe to adapt their creations to the world and roe beliefs. The mental and emotional detachments of the Erudico can seem very strange. Not as strange as the people that we've met before. It's locked. No, it's locked, and there's no way you can get like lock-picking skills here. Either you get in or you don't. Oh, I took that paper in front of you. I didn't even see you. Scarius. There is a young scholar standing at this table, poking at an old crumbling text. He seems calm at first. Then you see the slight tremble of his hands. He says in a very soft voice, "I am a rude Sarius. I only need a moment." So I'd like to know about the Erudico. My request, granted in time, you will learn what you need to learn. My request granted, okay. So what is that book? I'm not sure. It was here when I got here. And what did you want to say? The Erudico needs to talk to you, an outsider. It is hard to say. I have a message. Okay, very mysterious. I don't know much either. I just know message, and the message is Erud Bearless in the Tower Erudico, the heart of our older. To know one's enemies is to know oneself. Very profound, I guess. No, that is what you are saying to him. To let him know I talked to you. Sorry, I'm very new to all this. Also, I don't want to be killed. Killed by whom? The best killers of the roe. I am so exposed out here. So it's a passphrase. Yes, to know one's enemy is to know oneself. I saw you arrive. I know you are the one to choose. Say the phrase to Phallus, and he'll know too. This is all very odd. Yes, but Phallus will say more. It will be worth it. Good for Haven, too. That is all I have to say. I will be gone soon. Alive, I hope. Please go. He turns away from you and keeps poking at the books. Can I talk to you again? What is that book? I'd like to know about the Erudica. My request granted in timing. Okay. Alright. So I ended up with the quest. The Harvester. There's a struggle going on in the Roka. The secret of a powerful magical weapon has been discovered, and multiple forces are competing to control it. Oh, is that what this is about? Because he didn't tell us. Okay. But I still can't get in here, can I? Nope. Alright, so let's talk to this other guy down here. I was hoping to get that book. Crafter Hormus. Crafter, not Hormus. Homas? Most of the researchers, sages, and wizards here avoid you. You suspect that the Erudico are not a social bunch, and dealing with loyalty is not in their skill set. The oldest among them, happily, shows a sense of hospitality. He approaches you wearing his least stained robe. Ah, a Havenite. Haven has not honored the Erudico with a visit in a long time. I am Crafter Homus of the Gentle Coast. I will be polite to you. Really? Okay. So you're not always polite? So tell me about the Erudico. We are the learners of the Roka. We study magic. We watch the stars. We expand science. We bring power to the warriors. Alas, we are in decline. We can show you how we are, but not how we were. So can you teach me new powers? The Erudica do expand the arts of war, but that work mainly takes place in our main tower on the Pilgrimage Road. We do have a book on the arts of war in Laskara. You can read it in the Rass's Hall. And what is science? Well, isn't science the same everywhere? It is a study of the ways of the world when not touched by magic. How they move, stay alive, live, die. It is an obscure field of study, but we trade letters with other vassals. Science? Science? How odd. There was nothing of this in your studies back in Sharon's palace. Typical Roka, eccentric and whatever. To be eccentric. Science. And how are you in decline? The Erudica has been the refuge for the more thoughtful young Rose since recorded history. However, we decline when outside oppressors conquer us. In those times, we feed on the ideas of others instead of making them ourselves. You can make out your own ideas without using outside influence, even if you're... I don't get that. That's laziness. I'm sorry, that's a cop-out. Saying that you feed on the ideas of others. You can still do your own ideas. So the Ro want to drive us out. So I have heard. I do not approve. The Erudica is my life, but war is bad, and I would prefer it is avoided. So where is the main outpost of the Erudico? The tower of the Erudico is north of here, resting on the Pilgrimage Road. They would be highly honored if you visited. They are masters of all sorts of crafts, even some unknown outside of our land. I'm sure that they would love to show off. And what sort of crafting do they do? The Roka produces many materials with innate magical properties: amber, crystal, quicksilver, and deep metal. Deep metal? This, combined with secrets we have learned, can be used to expand knowledge and create powerful tools of war. Oh, that sounds interesting. You say that you gain knowledge here. In a small way, we mostly absorb knowledge brought in through the docks, evaluate it, and pass it on. This is a small and humble outpost. We also send out scavengers to look for knowledge that has been lost. With all our raids and wars, lots of things get lost in the chaos. Any particular lost knowledge you're looking for? What a fortunate coincidence that you asked. I have been sending scavengers to some old Erudico ruins to the east. We have been trying to recover old writings from there for some time. Look for intact books in the ruined library. We offer a bounty for them, precious lore of our own that might be of great value. And so where are these ruins? In the easternmost reach of the gentle coast. Go north, then east, across 2 rivers, then look for the dead land. Well, I was there, but I didn't have this quest. I think some have to be triggered by a quest. Why were these ruins abandoned? Not enough Erudica to study there. They were left behind a century and a half ago. Our learned students were leaving to study in Haven instead of work here. And what sort of dangers might I find there? Alas, Erudico towers are often abandoned in haste. A few priests might have been left behind. A few pests might have been left behind. Others might have snuck in, attracted by the raw magic left behind. Just pests, though. Nothing that can threaten you. So I think I did all that. Yep, I did. Okay, so... now we do the Rue. Oh, the Coastal. The library and the ruins might have some magic. Ask for you to help dealing with an abandoned facility of theirs to the east. I've been all over to the east in the Gentle Land Isle. Gentle Land, whatever they want to call it. I wonder if it's on my map now. Can we get over here, please? Please? Bangi Claim. Oh, no. The Fourth Restoration. Didn't we already do... That's the 7th Army. Misty Swamp. Oh, here it is. The ruins. Okay, so now if I go back over there, they should show up. So, the Fourth Restoration. Did I, do I need to talk to, Raider still hold to the south, return to there and drive the brigands out. Oh, I still need to talk to Chief. Okay, I need to talk to her that I told her that I did that. Okay. I get it. Some ballistas. Alright, let's get this all. No, we're not leaving. Never can talk to any of these NPCs. The guards of Laskara are friendly and respectful, but they don't know much of interest. They are trained, yeah, and outfitted. Okay, so we got another building, a couple buildings here. Back. You don't want to talk to me? Really? Is this somebody's home? Oh, it's somebody's home. Is this considered stealing? Not yours. Yep. So they do have stuff to say not yours on them. Okay. So this is somebody's home. What that just happened? Nothing. Okay. So I can take some stuff. I could take the fur, but I couldn't take the money. But if she wasn't there in there, I could probably take it. Let's see. You can't select this item and isn't yours and someone is close enough to see you. Oh, okay. So it won't let you do it anyway. I thought that's what it was before. It wouldn't let you steal anything that wasn't yours. Okay, so this looks like this is a winery. The brewery, whatever you want to call it. Anyone have a name on them? You look around the docks of Laskara. By the standards of the rest of Haven, this is a small and outdated facility. For the Roka, this is their main portal to the outside world and the source of their wealth. The world does produce goods of some value: quicksilver, fine wood, precious amber, gemstones. They leave through here in return for the crafts and knowledge of the rest of Haven. How much of that wealth manages to make it into the mountains to the north remains to be seen. Probably doesn't. Oh, he's got a name on him. Dockmaster Namish. The Dockmaster of Laskara is working his trade, directing the workers and making notes about the shipments. Sometimes he breaks up a fight among drunken sailors. His expensive fancy-studded armor and rapier aren't much for fighting, but the sailors aren't hard to handle. When he sees you, however, all other business is set aside. He runs up and bows. "I heard that you arrived, Princess. I am Dockmaster Namish. Honored to meet you. All of the wealth of the world passes through this port, and it's all thanks to Haven." I have a feeling you take a little bit more than you're supposed to. So what does the Dockmaster do? Keep order, keep the goods flowing, make sure nothing gets smuggled, collect customs and duties, and send the right message. I give civilized greetings to visitors to show that the Roka is a proper nation. That is the gift my province gives to the Ro. Customs and duties? Everything that travels through this port has a tax on it. Gold that goes to keep the port open and safe. Keeping a place like this running isn't free. The Gentle Coast is wealthy because of this trade, and we earn it. The Gentle Coast gift to the Ro? If it wasn't for our port and our trading and our civilization, the Roka would be poor, hungry, violent, and desperate. But does the Lo Dangi thank us? Does the Cranus Woods acknowledge our virtue, our value? Does the High Litha appreciate us? No. They mock us, call us weaklings, while we sustain them. And what is this about civilized greetings? First-time visitors to the Roka are scared. They think we're all wild madmen, swinging swords around. When I am the first Ro they meet, they know that they are trading with honorable, courteous, civilized folk. And what about the raids? A temporary difficulty. We will find the raiders and stack their heads on the dock pilings. When our visitors see the skulls, they'll know the Roka will be a civilized place once again. Well, they laugh at you. They think you're all weaklings. Dockmaster Namish stands and speaks with you, and the docks constantly threaten to dissolve into chaos around him. Crates get pushed around, sailors bump into you, goods are carried into and out of the trading hall to the north. So how are things in the Gentle Coast? Not good, as you well know. Raiders have been coming down from the highlands. Some tried to kill you. Others took over mines and forts. It's a horrible insult. They could cause a war. We'll make them pay, be sure of it. So do all the goods of the Roka flow through this port? Not quite. Regular trade comes through here. Supplies to Haven's forces come through Port Osborne, or they did. That port was taken by raiders. Now Haven's goods come through here, and it makes everything slower. There's a way some warrior could help Haven here. Help Haven how? Go to Port Osborne and retake the captured docks from the brigands. Haven will get plenty more supplies then. More importantly, we can recover the lost contracts. Papers we can use to determine what you have paid for. If you can recover those contracts from me, I can use them to get precious supplies for you. Just a thought. Well, I was there. Okay. So, I'll be going back down there again. And where are these captured docks? East of here, along the water. I think that is where you arrived at the Roka. That is correct. Port Osborne was where the raiders attacked Sutter and you. So why don't you just give me the supplies? Because Haven is the land of papers, of contracts. I've given your word. I can't claim wood in some form. From the clans unless I can prove you have paid for it with contracts. Yeah, thanks, Mother, for all this. So the contracts are still at the port? Unfortunately so. When my merchants fled here, none of them had the papers with them. None of them knew where they were. They must still be there. And where are the contracts hidden? I don't know. Unfortunately, they should still be in the port. I don't think that the raiders would want them. Yep. Okay. So a new quest. Oh, these are longer docks. They were talking about how long the docks were, in Port Osborne, but these are a hell of a lot. I like these boats. These ships. Those are cool. A lot of talking in this game when you just get into people, when you're just getting to new areas. Okay, so we need to go to here. What did he say? This is another crafter. Oh, here's Ingrid. Okay, we can get one of our quests updated. This is a bigger building. Is it gonna be locked? Nope, but nothing I can take. That one is locked. No! I don't like locked rooms. The sailors, dock workers, and merchants dance around you. They are all absorbed by work, looking for jobs or goods. Princess or not, they shout at you whenever you're in their way. They have no interest in conversation. Yeah, I didn't think so. Anything here? That's the crafter. We need to talk to her. Ingrid. I thought it was Ingram, but it's Ingrid. Sorry, I had to take some water. This woman easily stands out in the prosperous city of Laskara. Her leather jerkin is dirty and shows the signs of hard travel. Her hair is chopped unevenly, and her hands are calloused. When she looks at you, she is curious, but she shows no awe. Hello, Havenite. I am Ingrid. I am a trader from the Cranus. I am waiting for a shipment to be readied. I have a moment if you want to learn. You say you're from the Cranus? The Cranus Woods, north and east, the most beautiful of the provinces of the Roe. We are wrapped in our forest, and it makes us strong. Now that she is talking to you, you note that she looks over her shoulder frequently. She tries to hide her nervousness, but she can't disguise it from you. Tell me about your forest. It is a living thing, and a way that other woods are not. The whole forest is one mind, speaking to us through our groves. We feed and protect our woods, and they shelter us. Her voice lowers to a whisper. You can barely hear her. Haven has been hacking at it for years, and we have withstood it. We hope the Cronus can survive your wisdom. You seem ill at ease. I know who you are. I know that some fools tried to murder you. They got what they deserved. The Cronus is strong and proud, but we are not fools. We do not want war with Haven. So you are scared of war. She sits up straight. We are scared of nothing, but war brings fires. Soldiers tramped through our forest, hurting it. When the great uprising happened, much of our woods were burned. It took many years to repair the damage. I would imagine it did. What brings you to the Gentle Coast? I am our clan's trader. I organize caravans. I come here. I barter. Sell our iron and amber for what we need. I also check in on our clan's claim in the Gentle Coast. So what do you think of the Gentle Coast? She looks at the other traders, the wealthy locals with their finery and their mostly useless weapons. They are Roka, like us. They bring wealth. They keep the outsiders happy. I saw no reason to hate them. Her words seem peaceful, but her eyes are cold. She has no love for them. So you seem underdressed for the city. Yes, my clothes are simple and crude. The Cranus Woods are full of simple folk, not like the enlightened, beautiful folk of the coast. We should feel lucky to have them to guide us and show us our flaws. Yeah, kind of a backwards, passive thing. Have the recent raids caused you any trouble? She looks away and thinks on this. When she speaks again, her voice is soft. They have. I shouldn't be dealing with Havanites, especially ones of your rank, but I am a trader, and we have needs. When the raid started, we lost our mine. We have a claim in the Gentle Coast, and it was taken. So tell me about your mine. Yep, now I got the quest. The woods of the Krennis are angry. They have been cut and burned too much, and they act out. They attack us. Their infection has spread to our lone claim in the Gentle Coast. The Roka will not help us, not any time of raids, in possible war. But you might. Haven has the strength to restore a mine for us. And where can I find this mine? It is north of Laskara and a little west, dug deep into the mountains to the northwest. And why should I be interested in this? Because if you restore our mine, we will give you a portion of the iron and other products. We know Haven needs to rebuild. We can help you if you help us. If you accept this deal, go to the mine. The Krannis there will tell you more about what is happening. That is all for now. Okay, so, now if I talk to her, I can say, I did it. I cleared out your mine for you. Ingrid nods. I also received word. You chopped back the roots of our angry forest without a problem. She writes a few letters and sends them out. It is done. A generous portion of our wealth will now be sent to your forts. We have had a good trade. I only hope I am not made to pay for it. Haven needs more iron. We know. Haven consumes. You are a mighty people, and you crush us with your will. When you seek iron, you will need to go to the Krannis Woods. That is where it is best found. Okay, so I earned 5 wood and 5... and I got XP. Okay, cool. So, did we speak to you? No, we haven't. Crafter Leroux? This elder man is native Ro, but he is wealthy and fancy. He wears fur garb and a sword at his belt, but they are all stylish, expensive, and completely unaffected by any sort of combat. He smiles and bows deeply. Welcome, Princess of Haven. I am so honored by your visit. I am Crafter Leroux, trader of luxury goods. It is always a delight to be visited by envoys from civilized lands. I would like to trade with you. Of course, alas, I tend to deal with raw materials in bulk. Still, we have a few finished objects that might be of value in your journey. Let me see your wares. Main hand weapon, tier 1. I augmented off camera. I augmented some of my weapon and Lurga's weapon. And I think I augmented my... No, because I can't augment that, but I augmented my weapon, yeah. So, this isn't going to be worth anything, though, because I can't augment this. Mine is 16 to 22, but I also have 1 plus physical damage and 5% hit chance. So, that we already have, that we have. My armor, okay, what is he? Oh, this has got a speed penalty on it. No, what is this, a Rudo tunic? Oh, this is for mage. War axe. That's not anything. Okay, so let's look at him. Is this better for you? So this is a... Oh, I do have hit chance on yours. Tier 1, tier 1. 15 to 21. I don't know. It's just not worth it to lose some of those other stuff. How about the armor, though? It can't be augmented. That's why I don't like it. If it can't be augmented, then it's not really worth anything. There again, it's got the speed penalty. She is the one that I wanted to look at for... Okay, so she is just in apprentice robes right now, which can be augmented. Oh, actually this should be for her. Because this is for... But she doesn't have magic skills. Because this is for blessing and healing spells. I do need to get her some magic skills. But I'll be running across these later on, I'm sure of it. So I'm not what sort of things do you usually trade? Okay. What do you get in return? Okay, wait a minute. The Rocha makes raw materials in a few crafts that are much in demand in the more civilized lands of Haven. They are produced in the savage highlands, brought to our port, and sent out to the world. And what do the highlands produce? Well, they are the mundane things, meat and stone and wood. Some of it is of high enough quality to deserve space on a ship. We also trade precious ancient amber, quicksilver, and crystals, unique varieties of wood, all highly in demand from mages and craftfolk throughout our empire. And what do you get in return? The Roka is hungry for raw materials and new knowledge from all over our empire. We seek out precious metals, books of magical knowledge, and other things we have difficulty providing for ourselves. Do I have other questions? You called the Rue of the Highlands savage. I'm afraid it is not my place to discuss politics, especially with the princess. He nervously wipes a spot on his leather vest. You can see that it has plates of metal set into it. We are deeply ashamed that royal raiders attacked you, but we small folk do need to be careful what we say. You like being a vassal of Haven? Of course, you bring us a life of safety and prosperity. In the gentle coast, we don't spend all our time hacking at each other, settling duels, and escaping and scraping for survival. So, nice armor you got there. Oh, thank you. It is a recent fashion. Wearing armor like this is a way we of the Roka keep in touch with our roots. You note that the metal plates are very thin, light and convenient, but utterly useless in battle. Yeah, they would be. So why do you have to be careful with what you say? Well, the gentle coast is not immune to all of the savagery of the Roka. There are some backward souls who want to be free of Haven's influence. They have been known to send guild Nas killers in the night. These are the sorts of savages who send raiders down into the gentle coast. Recently, I lost two caravans, Recently, I lost two caravans, two murderers and thieves. So you lost some caravans? Two of them, one going north, one going east. They vanished. No signs of where they were lost or who took them. I offered a bounty to anyone who could find them, and the brave folk who escorted them. No takers yet. It is too dangerous a time. So where were they lost? One went east. Scavengers have recovered some nice items from the erudical ruins there. The caravan was going to pick those up. One went north. It was going to the Carnus woods to pick up some artisanal grade timber and never entered the woods. And how might one know that a caravan was yours? Each of our wagons has a quarter moon painted on the side. It is a symbol of our clan. I only say this to make conversation. I will never ask a princess of Haven to notice my small affairs. He generally seems to mean this. That is all for now. So, yep, I knew I was going to end up with the quest. Okay, cool. Alright. So, did we go on this one? That was the problem with so many of me. I don't remember who you went into. Am I losing? No deficits, all your shops are supported. Okay. So far. Oh, the Drunken Dagon. The Drunken Dagon. No, we haven't been in here. Okay. Every proper city in your empire has an inn. Haven's soldiers, merchants, and officials constantly roam your vassals, and they need safe places to eat and sleep. Somewhere in the smoky hall you are sure to find a bed you can use to rest. Ah, okay, so if I got injured and I don't want to go all the way back to town, or back to my fort, I can rest here. Anything here? Nope. Anything down here? Oh, there's a woman I can talk to. Ajaya? Ajaya. There is a middle-aged woman sitting alone in the side room of the inn. She slowly eats stew and sips steaming, herbal-smelling liquid from a pewter mug. When you enter, she looks you up and down, coldly analyzing you. Then she motions for you to join her. I am Ajaya. I am from the High Letha. I would speak with you. It may profit us both. So tell me about the High Letha. It is the highest province in the Roka. We live in the icy, rocky peaks. You wait for more. You get a lot of silence in return. You note that her garb is thick and warm, but ragged in stain. You suspect that her tunic has been passed down from generation to generation. That is not a lot of detail. We are high and we see much. We keep the old ways of the Roka. When we start to go astray, the ghosts contact us. Sometimes we are asked to provide judgment. Judgment? What do you think of the gentle coast? She looks through the arch at the wealthy coast folk, sipping imported wine, comparing their stylish weapons and armor, and generally laughing and having a good time. She shrugs. We have not been asked to judge them, so we don't. So ghosts? Yes. Okay. What do you think of Haven? You are the reality. We must bend ourselves around you. Wow. Okay. Ajaya eats her stew and sips her liquid. You think it has some alcohol in it. Her eyes slowly unfocus as she drinks more of it. Not that it makes her any friendlier. So I need to meet the Rasa of the High Letha. Then you should go to the High Letha. Okay. And why are you in Laskara? Oops. Sorry. Wrong one. What do you think of Haven? You are the reality, ghosts. Okay, so judgment. Another. Okay. I need to meet the Rasha of the High. Okay, so why are you in Laskara? I come to trade. The High Letha produces quicksilver. That which we don't use ourselves, we trade here. And how do you get quicksilver? We dig the cinnabar out of the stone. The high mountain is where it is found. Then it is cooked to get this quicksilver. A little of the cooking takes place high up. Most happens in our claims in the gentle coast. The fuel we need is here. And what do you use quicksilver for? It can be made into potions. Drinking the potions can bring clarity, see the world in a new way. Talk to the shades that guide us. Well, I could use some quicksilver. Yes, Haven needs it. Much of the road's new wealth comes from the rocks, rock dug up by the humble folk of the High Letha. I can give you the quicksilver you need if you help us. My clan has a claim in the gentle coast. Is that who we were supposed to speak to? There, the quicksilver is brought from the rocks. The clan has ghosts. They've kept us from working. Free our claim, and you will be paid. So where is this workshop? Northeast of here, up against a wall of mountains, across the river. The claim has ghosts? What should I do about them? There are High Lithians there. They can tell you more. Based on your experience with the Ajaya, talking to them should be an absolute treat. I was going to say thrill, but okay. So I got my quest. Well, I have purged the Litha claim of ghosts. You tell the story to Ajaya. She listens, stony-faced, while sipping her drink. Then she nods. Good. I thank you. I will make sure that supplies are sent to your fort. I think you will find the payment adequate. You want for her to elaborate in vain. You wait for her to elaborate in vain. Could use some more quicksilver? Yes. Long pause. You stare at her. Finally she adds, it is in the High Letha, north of the Pilgrimage Road. Okay. So I gained 2 quicksilver, 5 stone, and XP. Okay. How close am I to leveling up? Probably not close at all. Halfway. Okay. So there was another quest that we did that is done. We need to talk to the oh, here's another trader with the name. Umista. There is a wiry, angry man with bronze skin standing in the middle of the inn. He is drunk and shouting. The other patrons, all locals, are doing their best to ignore him. The gentle coast is full of weaklings, he shouts. Useless weapons and no spines, always licking the shoes of Haven. He continues his ranting. At one point he says, I am Umista, a proud stone-cutter of the low Dangi, and I won't bow to anyone, Haven or Ro. Then he notices you. Listen quietly. He looks you boldly in the eyes, then he grins. Much to the relief of the other patrons, he walks to a chair and sits opposite you. Have a seat, Haven. Drink some nice, thick, fermented milk. Fermented milk? Oh, that doesn't even sound good. Enjoy the row until you abandon us again. You seem pretty angry. The low Dangi is an angry place. The rock and the winds bring it out of us. Some of us even become raiders, roaming the gentle coast and making big mistakes. Not me. I shouldn't be angry now. But these folk, their use as arms and armor, it brings the shouting out. Yeah, I kind of have to agree with that. They're being pretentious and arrogant and foolish. So what do you think of the gentle coast? They are rich and weak with their quivering men and their domineering women. They do our trading for us. They take too much money and they think they're better. Come to the Highlands, Haven. Come see the real Ro. I will, I promise. So useless arms and armor? Well, I have to agree with this. Look at them. They know they aren't Ro anymore. They know the spirit of the Roka doesn't live in them. So they spend too much money on blades they never use, on armor that wouldn't even block a good punch. They're even led by a woman. Granted, I hear the learned magic from a okay, they're even led by a woman, really? So that's kind of bigoted, but I hear she learned the magic from a Eurodico. Have to respect that, but still. Okay, and what do you think of Haven? Well, you're bigger, stronger, so you get to control us for now. But us Ro, we know how to watch, we know how to wait. And why do you speak so freely to me? I've never been one. I've never been much for their traditions. I'm too loud for gentle knowing, too much of a drunkard for working, too honest for deep thought, deep truth. That's why I'm a traitor. The low Dangi has to be rid of me sometimes to be able to stand me. Honest people die in the Roka. So what brings you to town? I'm a merchant and a trader. I bring loads of fine stone and the builders to properly use it. Building and stone are the business of the low Dangi, and it needs people like me to sell their work. But how? Today I'm here because we have a problem. And what is your problem? Raiders. The bulls came out of the hills. Some of them attacked you. The rest stole from the weaklings of the gentle coast. And some of them they took from my clan. They took our claim. Now we need to find warriors who want stone. So you don't approve of the raids. There are a lot of folk I hate, but I'm not fool enough to wage war. To want war. The last rebellion, Haven took our walls. We rise up again. Who knows what you will take from us? So I'm interested in your stone. Well, we have a claim, a quarry. Some of the raiders saw it was weak and grabbed it from us. I'm looking to pay someone to take it back. Looking for stone to remake your forts, princess. We can provide it. So where is your quarry? It's in the gentle coast to the northeast, across 2 rivers. Some of my clanmates are there. They can explain what is happening and what is the exact problem. Well, there are raiders and cow-wolves. That's what they wrote me, but it was a quick message, and they were leaving a lot out. They can tell you more, then you can kill the invaders. That part, at least, should be simple. Okay. So I've been to the Dangi climb. It is free of raiders now. So I have heard. The runner was already here. He takes a letter out of his belt pouch. I will send this back. You'll have stone delivered to your fort soon. Haven may be chasing us under its boot. Haven may be crushing us under its boot, but you know how to do a fair trade. Haven requires more stone. Then you must go to the Lodangi. Yep, okay. So I got 5 wood, 5 stone, and we should have got XP for that too. Yep. Cool. So that's the request. Doom, 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 out of the way. Though I do have one for her over here. No, I did take care of hers. But we do have some more. Where's the bartender? Not bartender, but the owner of the inn. I don't see him. So if I go up here, can I? Oops. Your visit is an honor, is it really? Oh, that opened up. Oh, here we go. Yep. And the chest. Not yours. What if I close the door behind me? Come on. Can I close it? No, I took it. You can take them if they're not looking. So this is where I can rest, if need be. All right. So this is the inn. This was a home that we were already in. We were in this one. That was the mine, or the miller. Let's go up this way. Oh, that person has a name. Malwyn. You meet a young man. Is that a man? Okay, barely an adult. He looks small and nervous in the expensive ceremonial armor and weaponry of the Gentle Coast. He gives you a brief, twitchy bow when you approach. Hello, Princess Corinne. I am Malwyn. And what do you do here? I am an assistant to Rasa Elia. I do what I can to help, fetch things, watch, listen. My father wants me to try to be Rasa someday, to keep the position in the clan, so I'm here. He doesn't seem particularly ambitious. So tell me about Rasa Elia. Oh, she is from our clan. She is a great leader, and she knows a lot of magic, though she doesn't show it off. She's a real warrior. There aren't many of those in the Gentle Coast. There doesn't need to be, though, not when we have Haven. So you are a wealthy clan. Yes, wealthy and influential, one of the best in the Gentle Coast. Rasa Elia says it is because of Haven. Their influence changes us, civilizes us, makes us wealthy, she says, and that is why we have so much power. And what do you think of Haven? I have met very few Havenites. You don't see many envoys here, haven't for a long time. Well, if you're that young, you probably never ever saw one. Because we haven't sent any envoys since I was young. But you do bring us trade, lots of money, lots of precious goods. I see them all come in. Haven brings us a lot of good things. Haven brings us a lot of things. He is growing uncomfortable talking to a princess. Does that to a lot of people. So tell me about Rasa Elia. Okay, I think we've been to all that. We are what the clan. Okay, I'll be going now. Thank you for the honor of your visit. See, I thought you would have a quest, but you don't. So this must be where she is at. Okay, I'm just going to go on some more. I'm saving this one till the last. So this was the trading post. We went in there, I believe. Yes, we did. So there's another home here. Haven Hall. You know we can't take it. Not yours! Just their little, like, don't break in! Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close down this episode. When we come back, we will go into the Haven Hall, and then we will be going to talk to the Rasa. So, if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.